What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and we are in the R1T studios. This is actually the second time I've filmed in here. All the videos are just not in the order as they are recorded or as they happened. But yes, I am in the R1T studios, the brand new R1T studios. In this video, I wanted to share with you how I got to this point and what the lease deals that I came up with are. So the first thing I wanted to cover is what are the reasons, like why did this happen and what led up to this? Basically, I've been interested in Rivian for quite some time. I was supposed to purchase this. I was supposed to buy this, but the quad motor version instead of my Model Y Performance. Back in 2022, August 2022 is when I bought the Model Y Performance, and it was so expensive at that time. And the Rivian R1T was only a few $1,000s more, and it was the quad motor. But what prevented me from getting the R1T instead was, number one, the charging network sucks. The public charging network sucks. It does. It does. I've had a few number of times I've used it, and man, it just sucks. Now the Rivian network, I haven't used it because I never had a Rivian back then. Seemed to be better, but it's not available everywhere. So that's number one. Number two, we've had two Model X's, and so we are concerned about, just things breaking and stuff. And so we need to be close to a service center. And the closest service centers are over an hour and a half away. And I could just imagine having to go to the service center if I would have bought the R1T if there were some issues. So that's what turned me off, and I ended up just getting the Model Y Performance. I traded in the Model 3 long range, and I got the Model Y Performance instead. But this was the car that was supposed to be back in 2022. Now, what has changed, and why is this sitting in my driveway? Well, they opened the new service center near the house within 30 minutes. I think they opened late last year. So that solved one issue. The next issue, as of now, recording this video, March 2024, the supercharging network, Tesla supercharging network, has opened it up to Rivian vehicles as well as Ford, as long as you have the adapter. Now, I don't have the adapter yet, but I did order from a third party, so I'm waiting for that to come in, but I don't know when the free adapter is going to come from Rivian. So that solves two of the issues, but what got me pushed over was Rivian started doing leasing. They started leasing their vehicles, the R1T anyway, a few months ago, and I started looking into it. And then more recently, they released two battery packs, smaller battery packs that even pushed the price lower to almost what it was when they had first introduced the R1T. They have the standard battery pack and they have the standard plus battery pack, and now you can lease it as well. So I started becoming curious about what those costs were, but I didn't really look into it more until end of the quarter time started coming in. So beginning early March 1st is when I did the demo drive, and then all of a sudden they started lowering the prices. The $7,500 tax credit is no longer a credit. It's point of sale as long as you lease the vehicle. It'll be taken off of the purchase, or not purchase price, but the price of the vehicle. And so I started looking into it more and more. And wow, the deals, the deals are just crazy. So I'm going to put up like this little spreadsheet that I had. And originally the idea was get the most basic configuration where the colors are free and the smallest battery pack. And so what that looked like is LA Silver. LA Silver is the free color, exterior color, dual motor all-wheel drive for the drive system, and then the standard battery pack, which is 270 miles, comes with 21-inch road tires. So those are what's free. And then there's two different black interiors. There's just the black interior and there's the black plus dark ashwood. And so that's also free. And the dark ashwood is like wood. It's really nice. And it reminds me a little bit about the walnut trim on our previous Model X long range. So I kind of missed that. But I think the ashwood on the R1T looks a bit nicer because you could see more of the wood. I really like it. So that's free. So that price takes you to about $69,900. If I were to do a 2-year lease, it's approximately $843. Due at signing is $1,738. If I did 3-year lease, it's $756 per month with $1,651 due at signing. Now, all of these numbers are based on 12,000 mile annual mileage because that's like my target miles. But yeah, because 10,000 is just a bit too low. In California we drive a lot, and 15,000, well, we'll get to that. And so I started looking at the battery and it says 270 miles. Now here's the issue I'm going to have with this. I normally subtract 10% from this said 270 miles because you will not get that. You're not going to get that. I don't know if this is EPA rated, but regardless, whatever they advertise, I normally subtract 10%. So that brings 270 miles to 243 miles at 100% state of charge. Now, from the stuff that I'm reading online, the manuals and everything, it says that it's ideal to charge up to 70%. Unlike Tesla, with the non-LFP batteries, they say that you should be able to charge up to 80%, unless you're going on a road trip. So if we were to take 70% of 243 miles, that is about 170 miles. My commute to work is roughly about 120 miles round trip. So that leaves me with about 50 miles to play around with. What if I have to do errands after work? What if, just a lot of what ifs. Like I get home and I got to take my kids to practice or something. Like 50 miles is not that much to go around with. Now I could charge during the day, like when I'm going to lunch or whatever. But yeah, so the 50 miles is like a bit iffy. So I looked at the next battery size, which is the large battery pack. So for LA Silver, dual motor all-wheel drive, large battery pack, 352 miles, 21-inch road tires, black and dark ashwood. That takes me to a $79,000 vehicle. So it went up by $10,000. If I do a 2-year lease, it's $1,142 per month and $2,037 due at signing. Or if I do a 3-year lease, it's $870 per month and $1,765 due at signing. So these are all estimates, and I'm going to show you how off it is between estimates and actual, and your mileage may vary on that depending on many different factors. So then I was like, okay, 3 years, $870 a month, that's doable. The budget with insurance is floating around $1,200 a month. So that leaves me with about $300 for insurance for this car to stay within budget. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is doable. I've always wanted a truck, and this is probably an opportunity because everything is lining up. Service center is now closer. Tesla opens it up, supercharging to Rivian, and then now these deals with leases. So man, what other signs am I supposed to be waiting for? Well, there were more signs. So I ended up calling because I had questions about leasing and everything, and I was able to get a hold of a sales associate actually fairly quickly. I'm not going to say with, like right away, but fairly quickly compared to Tesla. And so as we were talking, I said, you know, I'm interested in this, but I currently have Tesla and this isn't really something that I need, but more of a want. And I'm just curious and I just want a truck so bad. And, you know, things are lining up. Well, he throws this at me. Well, right now, we can give you free exterior color upgrade or interior color upgrade or upgrade on the tires because all-terrain tires are not free. I thought about the all-terrain tires, but I don't think I'm going to be going off-roading as much as I think I can. So, and you're going to be penalized with the efficiency. And so I'd rather just stick with the road tires. So originally, I wanted the Canyon Red. It's the one that I drove in the demo drive, and I just like red cars. I wanted my Model Y to be red also, but I didn't want to pay $2,000 on top of $69,000 back then. But then I changed my mind because our Model X is already ultra red, so I'm like, oh, we're gonna have two red cars. Limestone. Limestone is the other color that I like. And so that's what I ended up choosing. It's a $1,750 markup, not markup, but just add-on cost. And so he deducted it. He deducted it right off. So like that's just another like sign like, dude, just go get it because they have these deals. So as we were talking, I took a couple more days to think about it and just started doing some math in my head. And I have this spreadsheet just comparing the different configurations and whether or not it'll fit within the budget. Keep in mind, these are all estimate numbers at the time I was thinking. And I got close to going with a quad motor, LA Silver and everything. But the monthly was $914 a month for a 3-year lease. So I was like, ooh, that's kind of putting me over what I want the budget to be. So I think I'm pretty good. I'm pretty disciplined at certain things. Like for this budget, like it was tough to get this purchase approved by the boss. So I really have to be very disciplined on this because I want to be fair and I didn't want to impact what my part of the responsibility is. And so I also want to be left with some additional, just additional space with the budgets, with everything else. So I'm like, you know what? In California, man, we don't need quad motor. I mean, as much fun as I had during the demo drive, I don't need quad motor. Don't need quad motor. So I ended up going with limestone, dual motor all-wheel drive, large battery, 21-inch tires, and then the black dark ash and all that stuff. But then I also found that the performance was like $1 like more expensive. And so I'm like, so for $1 more, I can get the performance drive system? Man, I'll just get the performance. So that's what I ended up doing. Again, these are all estimates. So that ended up with estimated cost of $895 a month. So I put my $1,000 deposit and pretty much did the pre-order all online, similar to Tesla. And the day after I placed the order, Rivian comes out with the ability to purchase powered tonneau covers for $500. But it has to be part of the pre-built thing too. So I was like, dang, man, I missed it. I don't have any tonneau cover. So I called the sales associate again and he said that once you put the order in, you're going to be assigned a guide. And just talk to your guide and maybe they could work something out for you. So pretty much because I put in my $1,000 deposit, he can't do anything else. Like he's done. His work is done. I move on to my guide and my guide will look into it. That's one of the differences when buying from Tesla. At least nowadays, Tesla is more automated. Like there is no, like whatever you see on the computer, on your on the website. Like there's no budging or budging or anything like that. No negotiation or anything. With Rivian, I called and was able to talk to someone and was able to get the free color upgrade. I don't believe on their website that it had that option. Like it doesn't show it for you. So I had to put my $1,000 deposit down, and then I called or emailed the sales associate, and he updated. It took like 24 hours, and everything got updated, and they deducted the $1,750. So a few days has passed. I was kind of bummed about the 500, but check this out. So I was looking at the documents, and things were just like going and moving forward and everything. I got an additional $2,000 off because the VIN, oh, and by the way, the VIN was assigned a day after I paid my $1,000, because it's already a pre-made, it's inventory vehicle. Because it's a 2023 vehicle that I was matched up to, they gave me an additional $2,000, which was great. And I don't mind it being 2023. I believe it was built July 2023. So I don't mind it being almost a year old in exchange for another $2,000 plus $7,500 tax credit. So basically, the payment estimator said that for this configuration, I was going to do $895 per month. Now, after they did the credit check and everything, and this was on a Saturday, so they were actually open on a Saturday, they came back and, you know, approved me and everything. And so that 895 actually turned into $813.87 for 12,000 miles. I haven't accepted anything yet, and I could flip around the annual mileage. And so I also checked what 15,000 miles would be, and it's $866.26. And so for the difference of, what is that, like $53 a month, I just stuck with the 12,000 miles. I'll worry about the miles later. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go over, maybe, because it's been fun to drive, but I'll worry about it later. So I stuck with the $813.87 from 895. So it is an estimator. And they said that my credit was like 853. So I have pretty good credit. Just do good on the credit thing, man, and you'll be able to get these deals. I think it's a pretty good deal. I think it's a pretty good deal. And so how it ended up being is I put 0 down payment, but there's all these other fees that you need to pay for. And so the original amount due during delivery is like $12,189.59. But they applied the $7,500 tax credit towards that, plus the $1,000 deposit that I put up for the order, which brings it down to $3,689.57. So I thought it was a pretty good deal, and the monthly fits with the budget. Now in California, you don't pay the sales tax of the full price of the car. What happens is your monthly payment is the one getting taxed. So the amount of your monthly payment gets taxed. So I'm not sure if $813.87 includes the tax, because if it does, it means that my monthly lease is $750.80 plus $63.07 in taxes. Our sales tax, I believe, in this county is 7.75%. Or it's $813.87 plus the sales tax of $63.07 equals $876.94 per month. So I'm not really sure, but looking at the documentations and everything that they sent me, my monthly is $813.87. They didn't have anything that says, oh, plus this tax or whatever. So in 3 years, I would pay $29,299.32 plus the original amount of my down payment of $12,189.57, which equals to $41,170.02. Now, when the third year comes, the difference will be $44,610.68. I believe that's the remaining price of what I can buy the truck for. I'm not sure, because that's the part I'm a little bit confused at, if there's like, is it residual value or I don't know. I don't know that part. But basically the timeline is as follows. March 1, I did the demo drive. March 14th, I placed the order with the 1,000 non-refundable deposit. So this one was hard to swallow, because what if I want to change my mind? That $1,000 is gone. The following day, March 15th, my VIN was assigned. So that's when I found out it was a 2023. And then the original delivery day was March 26th, but I rescheduled it for March 27 because my insurance was renewing at that time. So I wanted to at least get 1 day after my renewal of the insurance. So here are some other notes. As I mentioned, the cool thing is I was able to call the sales associate over the phone. He gave me his cell phone number also, and we were texting. I was able to get extra deals because I was able to talk to a person, and it was like end of the quarter, so they were kind of flexible with things. A guide was assigned after the deposit was placed, and they are the people you coordinate with, or this person is the one you coordinate with after you put in your delivery. The sales associate people really are done. So it's almost like the traditional, you know, brick and mortar dealerships, almost, but I still think this is a better experience than the traditional one. So there was some issues with the insurance. I'm still trying to figure that out. In California, we have a 30-day grace period for new vehicles. So I have 30 days to figure out what insurance I'm going to go with. So originally Tesla had quoted me for $279 a month, but I played around with my app because it's after the renewal period, and now I can modify my insurance through the app. And it looked like it was $310, and it's $1,000 comprehensive and collision deductibles. So that's a bit high. And they're closed on the weekend, so I'm gonna check on a weekday and call Rivian up to check how much their insurance is now that I have a VIN number. So this process kind of reminded me of my first Tesla back in December 2019. It wasn't as streamlined as it is now, but that's what it reminded me of. So there's a lot of room for improvement. But I think it's if you're coming straight from, you know, brick and mortar dealerships and going into the Rivian buying experience, it's probably not going to be as of a shock, because you could still talk to people. But I'm pretty sure in the future, to save them some money, they're going to probably try to streamline it a little bit better. Now, the overage miles is 30 cents per mile. So every 1,000 miles I go over is $300. Or I can buy it after the lease and not pay the overage if there is any. The interest rates are probably going to suck because the vehicle is considered a used vehicle, no longer new. So if that were the case, I may not finance it, and hopefully I'll have enough to just buy it out. Now, Abby did mention that because the Model Y is already paid off, maybe just sell it and use that. And I said, nope. Nope, 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 nope. We're going to have 3 EVs, 2 Teslas and a Rivian. And I do have an R2 reservation. So maybe I'll build up enough courage to get rid of the Model Y at that time. That's the plan. We'll see. We'll see if the R2 can be a good replacement for the Model Y. We'll see. Or I can just return the truck, and that's it. Pay a $495 disposition fee and say goodbye, and that's it. Nothing else. As long as there's no overage in miles. So that's it for this video. I mean, sorry, no tour yet. No tour. So stay tuned for that. Also, stay tuned for the delivery video, which is also coming up. I just wanted to just share with you the experience of buying and leasing from Rivian, the deals that I got, the numbers. So hopefully these numbers are helpful for y'all. Keep in mind, some of the discounts I got were based on end of the quarter discounts, and it may vary. I think they now have 2024s, no more 2023s, so that additional 2,000 off is no longer available. So as previously mentioned, I still have both the Model X Plaid and the Model Y Performance, not getting rid of it. I will still do Tesla content. If anything, many of the Rivian videos are going to be from the perspective of a 5-time Tesla owner. So it's always going to have something to do with Tesla for the most part. But yeah, so I'm hoping you can get a glimpse of what you're missing out, if any, from owning a Rivian. Or is it like a good secondary vehicle alongside your Tesla? Or maybe you'd rather buy a Rivian instead of a Tesla. So it's all about just learning together and sharing and getting input from you guys, getting feedback from you guys. So, but we will be doing road trips in the Rivian, just like the Tesla, where I can share some tips, share the cost, and share the experience. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out how the Rivian journey started. I got 2 videos, one when I went to El Segundo, and the other is the East Vale video. So check those videos out. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.